This video is our presentation of Cannabis Sciences. Cannabis is a bulletin board listed company trading our ticker CBIS. This interesting chart has been very active down here around a penny to ring in 2012. Just a monster move all the way up to 24.5 cents. Candles made a great move, consolidated, bounced right off the 200-day moving average before making the next strong move. Now it's pulled right back, sitting on a support level. This chart's going to stay on radar because it's kind of at a make or break point to see if it's going to make the next push or not. MACD is clearly retraced from its highs. Bullish charts on retraces, I look for that MACD to hold right around that zero line. And because the 12 is starting to approach it, I'm going to look for it to start to flatten out, start to make a rotation, start to curl back towards the 26 EMA. Very similar look to the PPO. ADX has come back down from its highs. Pretty neutral reading right now, so not getting a lot from that. Similarly, the MFIs show a bit of a sell-off. After a move like that, it's just common sense. There's going to be some profit taking. Share price is going to pull back. All three components right there around 50. Pretty neutral as well. I do like a little bit of the broader perspective that the accumulation distribution is making higher lows. Even more recently, stock's been kind of flatlined right through here, but the accumulation distribution is moving up slightly. Very neutral reading from shake and money flow right around zero. Buying and selling pressures equal. Not getting much from the CCI. Like to see it holding over top of negative 100, and I think it'll continue to hold there unless the price per share falls through that support. Full stow showing a little bit of momentum coming into it, and the tricks also kind of at a make or break point. Little double top to it, and I'd look for a turn and rotation here in the near future. RSI's flatline last week, keeping the 7 from going into oversold territory, so I'd say running through those indicators, they're pretty much to be expected. Of course, it always comes back down to the candles anyways. Right now I see this price per share sitting on a support/resistance point. That was a little bit of a breakout before the last move in February. I think it's important to hold that because it's holding over top of the 50-day moving average, and there's not a lot of support in sight until back down here around 6 cents if it can't hold this area. So worst case scenario, on a dip, bounce off the 50-day. Bullish charts are holding over top of that 50, and then try and pull promptly back up. But if it breaks down, wants to drop a candle, closes below that 50, I'd be much more concerned it's probably going to come back down to the 6 cent mark. Now volume has dried up since this big move. Traded 3.2 million shares on Friday, which is really not bad liquidity at all, but compared to what this normally trades, that's very little. So now what I'd be looking for is an increased volume bar to show some buying coming back in off a support level. If some upward pressure does come, I think it's going to meet a little bit of resistance right there around 11, and I'd probably suspect a little bit more there around 15. But I really don't see it picking back up until its 18, 19 cent mark. That's a pretty substantial upside with this closing at 9 cents. Basically a double or more to go up there and hit that next resistance level. And that's why I say this chart's kind of at a key point. Indicators are retraced. The RSIs, which measure momentum, have flatlined. 7 is making a slight curl upward. Now I'd want to see an explosion in that 7 back up towards the 50. Kind of similarly through here. It's important in the overall perspective that those longer term RSIs hold the upper half of the indicator to maintain a bullish look. In the MACD, which measures trend, I'd want to see it hold over top of zero as well. So I think this week could be a kind of critical week for CBIS and worthy of putting on radar to see how it performs. As always, merely my interpretation of the Cannabis Sciences chart. Thank you for watching and trade smart.